How's it going, YouTube? Pinchio8 is now back at the official JetBlue airport. In fact, I have a lot more airplanes here, some that are returning to my airport. And if you're able to look over here, we got them in a convoy for the first time. The convoy aircraft includes New York Jets, Boston Red Sox, Tartan 2.0, and the return of the Mosaic. And according to Gemini Jets 13, it's okay if the wings by then stick off of the table like that, because this really is just a table. I don't know why he says, but it's very true. It's got to be like that. But I don't really care. And as you're seeing for the first time, I was able to upgrade the video filming here on my iPhone to HD, so you should be able to see everything very, very well. So we're going to get started over here as usual with the Stripes, which is now a Blueberries livery. Operating Flight 227, Fort Lauderdale to San Francisco. Harlequin, which is also now Blueberries. Operating Flight 657 from Cleveland to Fort Lauderdale. And then over here, we've got, I think this is Dots. Yep, this is Dots, now Tartan 2.0, operating Flight 170 from Fort Lauderdale to Boston. And I believe this is the Windows over here, which is kind of delayed by then, to operate Flight 916 from Atlanta to Boston, and later Flight 321 from Boston to West Palm Beach. And then moving over here, this is a tail I haven't been able to film that often. That would be the Plaid, which is now a barcode. Shall be operating Flight 680 from Long Beach, California to Las Vegas, Nevada. The 100th tail, which is also now a Blueberries as of now, who will be operating Flight 464 from Seattle to New York JFK. And then here's the Bubbles livery, operating Flight 1100 from New Orleans to Boston. 10th anniversary livery, operating Flight 1234 from Sandoval, Puerto Rico to Orlando. Trying to make sure I got my notes correct. Okay, moving on. We got Prism A321 by Gemini Jets, operating Flight 1834 from Port-au-Prince, Haiti to JFK, and then a delayed flight, which will be later on Flight 553 from JFK to West Palm Beach. I didn't know they operated their A321s there. Okay, Gemini Jets barcode with Sharklets A321, operating Flight 491 from Buffalo to LAX. Gemini Jets barcode E190, operating Flight 1837 from Boston to Detroit. Blueberries tail with Sharklets, which amazingly is operating a flight as number 478 from right here in Jacksonville to JFK. I don't know why, but JetBlue only operates their A320s from here in Jax to JFK. Don't know why. And then here's a good look here at iHeart New York, which will be operating Flight 1066 from Fort Myers to Boston. Vets in Blue operating Flight 206 from Long Beach to Seattle. FDNY operating Flight 570 from Fort Lauderdale to Boston. Prism A321 by Aero Classics, which has a few delayed flights, which there are 3 of them, and including Flight 376 from Fort Lauderdale to Philadelphia, Flight 975 from Philadelphia back to FLL or Fort Lauderdale, and then Flight 1590 from Fort Lauderdale to Detroit. And then we got Inspiring Humanity, which is, wait, that's the one that's delayed. I'm so sorry about that. I was reading it wrong. This is operating Flight 89 from JFK to Orlando. And this is the one with the delayed flights between Fort Lauderdale and Philadelphia and Detroit. And then here's the debuting retro livery, operating Flight 695 from White Plains, New York to Orlando. And then here's the Velocity Aero Classics Blueberries livery, delayed for flights between Fort Lauderdale and Washington Reagan DCA, including Flight 1380 from Fort Lauderdale to DCA, and then Flight 1379 from DCA to Fort Lauderdale. Oh dear, I forgot to put a flight in for this one. I was really in such a rush. I think I'm gonna send this one then on my own flight. We'll just send him on a flight like from JFK to Seattle or stuff like that. I'll send him there. And that's gonna conclude it for throughout the gated ones. And now moving on, we got New York Jets, which is operating Flight 87 from Albany, New York to Fort Lauderdale. Boston Red Sox operating Boston Red Sox flight operating Flight 573 from Newark to Tampa. And then we'll have the next flight given to Mosaic, which will be Flight 2074 from Tampa to Newark. And then Tartan 2.0, Flight 1459 from Windsor Locks, Hartford, Connecticut to Fort Lauderdale. So, there you have it. I'm glad that my iPhone is now recording video much properly. This is just a beautiful HD look here at the airport. I've always wanted to have HD looks like that. And if you also remember my unboxing videos over here, you can see I've got a whole box of boxed up Gemini Jets planes that are Delta planes. Because in fact, I think I'm going to come to this airport 2 times a month. Once as a JetBlue airport, and then the second will be a Delta airport. So I can't wait to debut my Delta airport anytime later on this month. So once again, thank you very much for watching, and let's give one more look here at the beautiful retro livery that's making their debut. And there's still a few more planes that need to be made. Like, if you've seen that Fly File livery, that needs to be made soon. And also the Embraer 190's blueprint. I really, really hope they make that very, very soon. And still, I'm kind of outraged that around for JetBlue flights here in Jacksonville, the only time they use the A320 is only from flights between here and JFK. All the other flights from here to like Boston and Fort Lauderdale and Washington Reagan are all on the little E190. I really, really hope that JetBlue definitely converts to the A320 for that flight. I would prefer the 1230 flight if I'm ever gonna fly with JetBlue to be on the A320, and then I'd probably take the E190 back. But either way, both planes are definitely very fuel efficient. It really doesn't matter that much to me. I decided to pull up more of these JetBlue planes, as you can see, because, well, I'm still a really huge fan of their amazing artwork there is. Alright, so there you have it, pretty much. Beautiful view of this airport. Can't wait anytime this month to turn it into a Delta airport, so thank you very much for watching. After a long time recording on my iPhone now in HD, I will see you out in the wild blue yonder. Thank you for watching.